Hey, Jeremy Metzger here with ICT. This week's IT Life weekly challenge was for me to answer the question, what's your favorite piece of equipment? Now, I've used all manner of Cisco equipment, routers and switches and so forth. And I've used Windows 7, Windows 10 desktop, 10 Pro and Home. I've used Linux, Ubuntu, and sometimes Mint. I've used the Raspberry Pi, which is a really interesting piece of equipment. That's kind of fun to work with. But I think that my favorite piece of equipment to use is a Mac. This is my desktop for work. This is what I use for all of my work outside of Cisco, pretty much. And I love it because it is really, really intuitive. It's powerful and fast, and it works really, really well. I would like to show you just a couple of things I can do with a Mac that really aids me in the office. So behind me, I'm going to turn to the screen here and show you a couple things in a screen recording. So I'm going to start my screen recording here, and I'm going to bring up my RDP session. This is Mac RDP'd into Windows Server 2016, if I remember correctly. So I'm not going to go in and configure anything or anything like that, but just to show you, this is really simple. A couple clicks of a button, and I've remote desktoped into another piece of equipment, even Windows. So if I want to come in here and do something manually, if I want to look at something or change something on my dashboard, I can do that easily. I'll minimize this and then go to Terminal. Terminal is Mac's command prompt. Now I want to show you one really cool thing about this. If I go up to Shell and then click on or hover over New Window, and you'll see that I have different colors loaded into this window menu. I'm going to click on blue because I want to get into my router. I want to SSH into my router. Now this is going to be a little different than in Windows, but the basic concept is the same. Alright, here I am inside of my router. Now, what if I want to get into my switch? Well, I'll just go up to Shell, click on New or hover over New Window, and then go click on Red. Okay, now I'm going to SSH into my router to start with. Put in my IP address. Put in my password. And here I am into my router, and now I can SSH from this into my switch. Alright, now I'm in. It's really handy because I can resize all of these windows. This works really, really well for troubleshooting, for configuring, because I can color code everything and always remember where I'm at, in addition to the names of the devices, obviously, but it's really nice to be able to color code like that also. So that's a couple things I can do with Mac. Not the only things. I also love how I can remote or actually just connect right to my NAS device directly from Mac. And that enables me to pull lots of information from a very powerful network attached storage device pretty much instantly. That's really easy, a couple clicks and I'm in. So Mac is very reliable. It's been very fast. I've been pleased with the performance. And I think a lot of people, what I hear is they say, hey, but when Mac breaks, it breaks. And yeah, maybe, but it's just a computer, so it's going to break sometime anyway. If you can use it for 3 to 4, maybe 5 years almost flawlessly, I think that's a pretty good computer. So for now, I'm a Mac fan. It really helps me at work. My answer to this week's ICT Life Weekly Challenge. See you in the next one.